Okay, first of all, I am so upset right now about what I just saw. I just got through watching this irrelevant podcast called Do We Know Them? And once again, Jeffree Smiles mentions my name. She just can't keep my name out of her mouth. Every time she mentions me in the video.
Rich Lux, you're spineless, and you have no moral compass whatsoever. This is Rich Lux's coverage of it.
Does he have the exclusive?
Of course.
It's always trash talking me, that Rich Lux needs to be deplatformed. First of all, who are you to judge, Jesse? Fuck you, Jesse. That's what I want to say to you. Fuck you, Jesse, because you sure had a lot to say about me in this recent podcast and the last one you made about me. It's like every time you mention my name, you always just trash talk me and bring me down. And then you want to talk about mental health. What about my mental health, Jesse? Fuck you. You made this podcast talking about Eugenia Cooney and how so many influencers are using her for views, and you want to sit up there on your fucking moral high ground when you are literally making a 1-hour video about Eugenia Cooney profiting off of her. So you want to talk about me profiting off Eugenia Cooney, Jeffree Star profiting off Eugenia Cooney, and all these other influencers who make videos and talk about her, but yet you're somehow exempt from the whole entire situation? You made a 1-hour podcast, Jesse. You made a 1-hour podcast talking about Eugenia Cooney, which you monetize and make money off of. And you want to sit out there and say, well, everyone who associates themselves with Eugenia just needs to be deplatformed. The amount of jealousy that you had in this video for me, it's really telling. That your mask is starting to slip, Jesse. And when I'm booked for BeautyCon and when I'm booked event in the future and I see you, I will walk up to you, Jesse, and I will say, fuck you, Jesse. So when you see me walking towards you, be prepared, because that's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say, fuck you, Jesse. Because you don't even know me, and you sure have a lot to say about me like you do. You don't even follow me on Instagram, posting your own kid on your Instagram for views and clicks. You know how many people message me, Jesse, receipts on your ass? You want to talk about me? What about the receipts? I have receipts on you from here to the fucking moon. Do you want me to go there? I've never talked about you. I don't like you. I can care less about you. There's only 2 people I don't like. Yolanda, because she murdered Selena, and Jeffree Smiles. Fuck you, bitch. You're gonna sit up there and say that I need to be deplatformed? And you know what mind blows? And then she wants to go on there and dox about how much money I make.
That's how I feel about like Rich Lux. Go on live by yourself, get your thousands of dollars on top of the millions you already have, because why not?
And then in the next sentence say, well, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's like you really are watching. You are a hater, Jesse. You are a straight up hater. People are trying to help Eugenia Cooney behind the scenes, and your whole entire video is like, well, I don't know, just speculation. Well, I don't really know about that. Your video added no value. You are literally on TikTok watching my TikToks and making a video talking about my TikToks and my videos and saying, oh, I can't stand Rich Lux. Did Rich Lux get the exclusive? Oh, of course Rich Lux got the exclusive. Oh, I can't stand Rich Lux, but let's watch it. Really, Jesse? So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch your video, since you've put a lot of my videos in your videos, and we're gonna talk about it.
Upsetting. Oh my god, I have so many thoughts about this. And that is about Eugenia Cooney and fun, because I think this is so fucking disgusting, upsetting. Oh my god, I have so many thoughts about this. And that is about Eugenia Cooney. And
you have so many thoughts about this, but never once did you realize that what you're saying in this video totally contradicts your beliefs in this video.
before we even, I mean, I know your mind's like, again, because not us, but like the...
And I feel so sorry for her co-host, Lily. Lily just, it's like an echo. Lily's like, yeah. Yeah, like Lily adds nothing to this podcast either. It's like an echo chamber of, yes, a proper podcast is going to have a good cop, bad cop. Jesse said something, Lily will contradict it. Well, you know, let's look at it this way. It's not that. It's really the same regurgitated opinion the whole entire time. There is no bounce back. There is no tennis. No one's bouncing the ball from each other. It's just what Jesse says goes, and Lily's just like, yeah. It's like, I hope you're getting paid enough to be a yes man, Lily, because I heard James Charles is looking for another yes man. Oh, don't even get me started on the receipts on Lily. Do not.
The internet collectively always talks about Eugenia. Like, she has been a very, very strong talking point on the internet. If you don't know Eugenia's backstory, honestly, all you have to do is YouTube Eugenia Cooney. There's no shortage of content there. Like, there's tons and tons of deep dives and people looking into pretty much every aspect and every controversy she's ever been in. We'll basically give you a very, very brief synopsis.
Like, we don't need that. You literally just said, well, the internet already knows about Eugenia Cooney. Eugenia Cooney's been on the internet for over 10 years. I've been on the internet for over 10 years. Why are we going through this all over again? Eugenia Cooney, she knows what she's doing. She is a person of sound mind and makes her own decisions. And what you fail to understand, Jesse, is that no one can help Eugenia Cooney but Eugenia Cooney. If you know anyone who struggles with mental health, if you know anyone who struggles with addiction, their sobriety issues, relapsing, no one can help that person but that person. All you can do is be there for them, encourage them, send love, positivity. This video is damaging. You did nothing good. You literally told your platform that I need to be off the internet and deplatform. That's against terms of service on YouTube. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, whatever hate boner that you have for me, it's, you know what it's giving? It's giving like, she sits on TikTok and she watches me and she's like, why does Rich Lux get all the views? And then she talks about and complains about me getting all the views on her podcast. It's such a hater. You're such a fucking hater. I can't stand you. And I will be seeing a lot less of you in the future, Jesse. You are literally trash, all right? And you have called me so many names on your podcast. You have affected my mental health, and you want to sit up there and trash me, talk about Eugenia Cooney's body under the guise of, oh, I really don't want to talk about Eugenia Cooney's body, but she's very skinny. Like, girl, you're telling us stuff that we already know. You're telling Eugenia Cooney things she already sees in her podcast and her TikTok every single day. The whole podcast that you made today was so irrelevant, you did not even need to make it. You made it for the views. You added no value. You want to talk about clicks and views and how Rich Lux gets all the clicks and views? This podcast right here, Jesse, this podcast right here. You made it for clicks and views. Off the backs of Eugenia Cooney, and to sit up there and say, oh, well, the whole thing is just so sad. Girl, stop.
Of her, and then go into present day and why we're talking about her today, because I do feel like, even though we talk about Jeffree Star and things quite a bit, I mean, not like a ton, but we've talked about him enough, and nothing happens. Like, he just continues on his little fucking lives.
Right there. So upset. She's so upset that she cannot stop Jeffree Star. He continues on with this effing, and then her co-host is just like, do I say anything? Like, literally adds nothing. Like, well, you know, people do love him. He has a fan base. Like, nothing. You're a fucking hater. Girl.
Money. People send him, like, lions and shit. I'm like, do you guys know he's a fucking millionaire? Like,
no, I don't know what that means. How much money is that?
Like $400.
Oh, she knows.
Yes.
Oh, she knows.
TikTok gifts, and he gets one, like, every single day. I don't know. I guess they want to see his reaction. They want to make sure, because he's being sent so many gifts. Even the smaller ones really add up.
I want to stop it right there. In this video, she's going to be talking about a lot of money. It's like she's sitting there and jealous that people are sending TikTok creators hundreds of dollars. Like, she's like, I just can't believe it. The whole thing is just weird to me. It's just so weird. I just don't understand. Oh my gosh, this woman gives me a headache. I cannot stand her. And at no point in her video does she ever say, do not send any hate to Rich Lux. It's just our opinion. Do not send any hate to Eugenia Cooney. Do not send any hate to Jeffree Star. It's just like you can just really tell that it went from just reporting the news to this is personal. Like, this is personal, Jesse. What you are saying in this podcast is not just you reporting the news. It's personal. Like, you can tell you're obviously upset that people are passing you up in views, that creators are making more money than you, and you're just struggling to keep up. I mean, I'm just saying. And the only reason I found out about this, because I don't watch their channel, I got tons of messages on TikTok. And they're like, did you see this? You see her talking about it? You see, oh my gosh, look what she's saying. How dare she? How dare you, Jesse? You want to sit up here and paint this picture that you know me? We've never met. We never talk on the phone. Never once did you ever get to know me. Never. Out of the 10 years I've been on the internet, you never want to reach out and, hey girl, what's going on? Like, what do you think? Can I get a statement? Like nothing. And then she says that I'm a bad journalist, which I never said I was a professional journalist. But you... I'm so upset, you guys, and never do I make videos like this where I'm calling out this person and I'm cussing. Never. You know I'm upset. Jesse, fuck you, Jesse. You're trash. Here we go.
Make sure that they're like noticed or something. I don't fucking know, but it pisses me off so bad. Ugh,
Do you know why?
Star,
You know why?
How would
You know why it
sum
pisses
up
you off,
Eugenia
Jesse?
in, like,
Because you'll never achieve that.
version?
That's
I know it's
why.
hard.
Honestly, I'm not super familiar with her backstory, aside from the fact that we have actively chosen not to cover her because the main...
I'm gonna stop it here. Again, to cover such a serious, delicate topic, and then I don't know anything about this. I just don't know anything about this. And she's already leading in. Jesse's leading in with money. All right, this is a pattern of behavior you're gonna see with Jesse again. All right, just watch. Just keep watching, guys. Just keep watching. Here we go.
concern with her is for trigger warning. If you don't know who Eugenia Cooney is, she has received a lot of backlash and also equal parts, I would say, concern for I don't even know how many years now, several, for being a content creator that has a very obvious ED and denies having one and says that she's fine. And there's been like petitions to get her off the internet because people think that it's a really harmful, I don't even know how to describe it because it's so...
Yeah, there's a lot
it's like
there.
You feel so bad, but then you're also like, she's putting herself out there for millions of people to see, and you don't know what kind of effect that's having on the people watching.
Yeah. The thing is that she's a mixture as well of a content creator, so making content unrelated to her ED despite her appearance being very obviously concerning to a lot of people. And it's not just like how people come for like Lily, hey, you got too skinny, like shit like that. It's not that. It's like, this is dangerous. Something's happening. Like literally you are skin and bone.
It's not like speculation.
No, it's not.
like there's something wrong.
There is. Like, there is no way that someone would be this thin without having an ED, which she obviously has.
No. When you said there's someone who would be this thin without obviously having an ED, there are cancer patients who get that thin. There are people who are really sick with other illnesses other than ED, Jesse, that get that thin. Okay, and I'm not defending Eugenia Cooney. I'm not defending Jeffree Star. They could defend themselves. I never defend myself. Let me defend myself. And let me speak up for me, because you sure had a lot to say about me in this podcast and other podcasts that you mentioned me before. And I've been quiet this whole time, but it's a new motherfucking day, Jesse.
And has vaguely, I mean, Shane Dawson is basically like pulling teeth.
I can't stand it. I cannot stand Jessie. I cannot. She's like that girl in high school that is so jealous of all the other pretty girls, or like it's very much that. She's like that jealous high school girl. Like she very much gives me that vibes.
To get her to even admit that she had a problem, but that was when she was in recovery, when Shane Dawson...
And God forbid Lily goes against her. Oh, God forbid. Y'all just duck and hide. God forbid. What a monster.
...did his little documentary on her. You know, she basically knew she had a problem because she...
Right there. It's the undertone of jealousy and shade that Shane Dawson did his little documentary about her. That documentary got, what, 30 million views? Was it 50? It got millions of views. That video that Shane Dawson did on Eugenia Cooney, the documentary, will get more views than you'll probably make this entire year, girl. Like, for you to sit there and that little, it's stuff like that people don't see. And I'm clocking it at the house, girl. I'm sitting there, I'm clocking it. Here we go.
Go to a facility and very briefly was in remission from her ED, and then relapsed worse than ever, to the point that I look at her and I'm like, how does everything, like, how does it not hurt to exist? Like, literally, like, just pain, because you see people talking about it who have had really severe EDs. I've had an ED when I was in high school, but...
Oh, mind you, I want to say this. She makes a 1 hour and 11 minute video trash talking me, Jeffree Star, Eugenia Cooney, this whole entire video. She talks about the police. But funny enough, she'll lead in with money, Eugenia Cooney, me, Jeffree Star, and then she gets to the police. Like, you don't really care. Because if you really cared about Eugenia Cooney and the audience knowing what's going on, you would have led the first part of this podcast with the police statement. Like, you literally would have done that. But you didn't do that. Because it's about the clicks and the views for you, Jesse. It is. Okay. You're telling us stuff that we already know. You are just playing videos that you see on TikTok and reacting to them. We already know this. We already know that Eugenia Cooney is a skinny girl and dances on TikTok and is laughing and smiling. We already know that. Like, the fact that you're regurgitating this is for clicks and views. Come on. Because no one's going to click on this video. You know how hard it is for me to explain to someone what the hell a Eugenia Cooney is? You know how hard it is for me to explain to someone in everyday life what the hell a Jeffree Star is? No, you don't. All right?
Nowhere near as severe, and I never actually got into any like physical pain from it, but people say that if you get thin enough, you actually do get physical pain. Like, it hurts to sit. And then they say, oh, that's why Eugenia's always shifting. You know what I mean? Because she's sitting on bone. There's no fat and barely any muscle.
I mean, I didn't even actually think about that aspect of it. Yeah, 100%. But then...
And Jessie in this podcast, she's going to always go to the extreme. She's going to always say, there is no, like, middle ground or being nice. It's just the extreme of just negativity and toxic. Like, oh, just looking at her, you just tell it hurts. Oh, when she sits down, it just hurts. That's what people say. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of I don't know. I feel bad. I'm not sure. It's a what you'll clock it too, girl.
Also, she's also clearly not getting the nutrients that you would need. That everything would not be functioning the way it should be because she's not feeding her body to do it.
I want to add again. As we continue to listen to, never once does she say, we reached out to Eugenia Cooney for content. Never once is there like a heartfelt message directed at her. Like, Eugenia, if you're watching this, like nothing, like this is a safe space. We're here to help. Like nothing. It's just blatant, just spewing it out. Like oh my God, guys. You want to talk about using people for clicks and views, and you're going to talk about someone that you never even reached out to or spoke to about Eugenia Cooney for clicks and views. But yet look down on everyone else who actually, I could literally pick up my phone and text Eugenia Cooney or call if I want it. If I want it. I can. But you will sit here and pass judgment. Like, who are you to judge, Jessie? You're not.
I know that there's also been speculation of like maybe she has like an illness or something. Maybe it isn't an eating disorder. And I'm not here to say she has this or she...
Watch how they tap dance around this. Just watch it right here. Here we go. Eugenia Cooney has never said that she had an illness. She has never said that she struggles with ED like that. But here, watch them. Here we go.
Like, I don't know. Something is wrong.
No, I think that that's completely debunkable, in my personal opinion, because of the fact that she is very adamant, and there is so much video proof of her saying, there is nothing wrong with me. Like, I am not here promoting anything or doing anything. Like, I'm perfectly healthy. I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy, guys.
Like, she'll sit there. Eugenia Cooney will sit here and stare at the camera, go live for hours, and just talk to the camera and not address anything about her weight, her ED. But then you have people on the opposite spectrum, Amberlynn Reed, Foodie Beauty, who else do we got here? Come on, Nigga Caught Avocado, who talk about their weight, who engage in their weight. But yet, she's not talking about them. It's just a tunnel vision of just negativity and toxicity in this entire podcast.
Nobody worry. And that is not talk of someone who is chronically ill or has like a terminal illness. That is someone who is denying an ED.
Yeah, and like as someone that gets, I mean, not as much anymore, but like has gotten a lot of comments in the past about people thinking I have an eating disorder, which I do not, absolutely not. That has never been a thing. I have been very open then in saying, like, I, first of all, didn't lose as much weight as people claim that I did, and they're dramatic. But then also, I have been very upfront about, like, I have had chronic pain, and I've been, like, depressed about it, and, like, had mental health things that, like, there's other reasons that you can get skinny besides having an eating disorder. So I think if literally...
God forbid someone sits here and talks about, makes a whole 1 hour podcast about Lily's weight loss and how thin she looks. She doesn't look healthy to me. I can say we're making 1 hour podcast. Lily does not look healthy to me in this podcast. I can see her bones and her face. She don't look healthy to me, but yet that's rude if I say that. But it's okay for them to say that about Eugenia Cooney, right? Looking up there, looking like Laura Lee the house.
Entire internet was coming at you saying you had an eating disorder and you didn't, and it was because of another reason. I don't know why.
Like I literally thought it was
super private about.
I thought it was Laura Lee for a second. When I was like, Laura Lee has another damn podcast. Are you serious?
I did not.
Yeah, and I don't want this to come across like I want to be very clear of our intention here. We're
Right
not
here.
like here to nitpick her body.
We're not here to nitpick her body. You literally just made dissecting about how it hurts for her to sit. How you think it hurts for her to sit. But we're not here to nitpick her body. You see the contradictions and the hypocrisy of your podcast? Then don't even bring it up, Jessie. Don't even bring it up. Shut up.
Ian.
That's not why we're talking about this.
At all. Like, this is a genuine number one concern of her state at this current point in time, and also other creators.
You don't care. You don't care. You're acting like you care. You're acting like you have some type of sympathy and empathy for it, just for views and clicks. You don't care. You have never made a Eugenia Cooney video as long as this until today. I've been on live streams with Eugenia Cooney for hours on TikTok. I've talking to Eugenia Cooney on the phone, personally behind the scenes. I have interacted with Eugenia Cooney on Twitch. Like, that's how far back it goes. And for you to make this video now, it's self-serving. It's totally self-serving. And if you just under the guise of, and you guys, we're not body shaming or nitpicking. We're not body shaming and nitpicking Eugenia Cooney. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, you see how skinny she looks? It hurts for her to sit. Do you see how bad that looks? Here we go.
On this platform's involvement in it.
And that's pretty much the catalyst that has gotten us here.
Yeah, and I think that the people we're going to be talking about absolutely, like, they need to face fucking repercussions, whether it be, I don't know, being deplatformed on a certain level. Like, I just genuinely feel like if you're using your platform to push someone and joke about where they're at when they're this close to their life ending,
If you're using your platform to talk about Eugenia Cooney, but yet you've never reached out, it's like holding a mirror to your face, Jesse.
Are fucked. Like, that is how I feel about this number.
Again, leaning back to the total, it's just negativity. It's like, well, let me see it through this point of view, or let me see it through that. It's none of that. It's never like, let me see it through this person's shoes. It's like, oh my God, if you talk about Eugenia Cooney, you are effed. You're like, literally, you need to be deplatformed. You're effed.
Very, very passionate. So it's not to be like, oh my God, Eugenia this, Eugenia that. Although, I will say, she has had her fair share of controversy. She's known as this really, like, positive light and like, oh, everything is fine and whatever. There are moments, and I have a couple of them, where her mask, like, kind of slips. And you
like yours, Jesse. Kind of like yours in this video,
which
girl.
Everyone probably assumed. But she is not Miss Perfect either. There is, I remember a situation with like one of her mods where one of her mods was like preying on the younger people in her Discord. Like, there's been weird shit happening, and she's not perfect. I'm not here to like talk about her past controversies, but she is a human.
But let's talk about her past controversies. Like, again, she's doing it again. This is a video about Eugenia Cooney possibly getting help. We're here to help. None of that. It's like, well, let's talk about the Discord drama, which I wasn't there for that. I don't know anything about that. But yet she does.
And she does have a very large platform that's getting even larger now on TikTok. Where is this going to end? I mean, I feel like we all know where it's going to end, and it's just concerning, and we're all watching it and just not knowing what we can do. I feel like that's most of her comments of people who are like, I'm scared. I don't know how to do anything. Like, you see.
No, that's not most of her comments, Jesse. Most of her comments is trolling her, leaving negative comments. You're so ugly. Your teeth are fake. Your teeth are falling out. Your hair is fake. Are you wearing a wig? Are you wearing a diaper? It's a lot of negativity. You totally missed the mark. And you sit here and you make these videos like you know what you're talking about when you don't. You're not active in the live streams watching Eugenia. You're not active in my live streams. You're not active. All you're going off of is these clips that get posted on social media, on TikTok, and you base your opinion off that clip without even seeing the full context of it.
Exactly.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
Glenn, who was friends with her, and tried to get her into you remember that whole thing?
No.
Oh my God. YouTuber Jacqueline Glenn, who...
She leads a podcast. It's such a serious thing. Do you remember that? No. Like, nobody does any research in this video. Like, nobody knows any... It's basically the Jesse show, and Lily's just there to tagging along. Like, you couldn't send her, like, hey, this is the things we're going to be talking about. Watch these videos. Like, nothing. So, watch carefully what she says here.
Is a commentary style YouTuber, was friends with Eugenia Cooney. She got together with the therapist that Shane used to have, that kind of like a...
Katie Morton.
Jesus. She is...
A real therapist got involved with Eugenia Cooney and in the Shane Dawson documentary. And she's like, oh, Jesus. You're going to notice that these major players, anyone who tries to help Eugenia Cooney, Jesse just has oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God. It's like, because it ain't you, girl. Just watch.
Interesting. She's not at all qualified to talk about eating disorders. I think she's like a family counselor or like something like that. Like, she doesn't even, I don't know. She's not qualified to do whatever Shane.
If you watch the Shane Dawson documentary with Eugenia Cooney, Shane Dawson is asking Eugenia Cooney questions, and Katie Morton, the therapist, it flashes back to her, and she's giving very good advice as a therapist. So if you just say this and decredit her, is alarming, Jesse. Again,
that are doing, which is calling people
Well,
sociopaths.
yeah, Shane's documentary was really not it.
Yeah. But Jacqueline Glenn got together with her, and basically there was proof that Jacqueline Glenn showed that Katie Morton was supportive of Jacqueline Glenn basically having an intervention with her friends and trying to get help for Eugenia Cooney. And honestly, I fucking get it, because like, what? You're scared for your friend. And it turned into a disaster where the mom started freaking out.
Well, that's a whole nother part of
Yeah,
this.
well, the mom is definitely in on all of this. And it was fucking crazy. It backfired.
You know, Eugenia Cooney's mom gets brought up a lot. And you are saying things that might be true or might not be true. But when it turns out not to be true, best believe I'm going to make another video on you, Jesse, calling your ass out.
And then basically Katie Morton turned on Jacqueline Glenn and was basically telling, like, on Eugenia's side. It was very, very weird. This was a whole, like, timeline of...
Again, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. She wasn't there. You are so obsessed with something that you know nothing about. Log off, Jesse. Just log off the internet, seriously, because you're just making it worse. You are making the situation worse in this podcast. You added no value. Jacqueline Glenn, under the guise or geese of let's hang out, Eugenia Cooney came out and ambushed her and called the police and threw her in the mental hospital. Come on, you don't do that. Someone who is physically sick or physically ill or has an addiction or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, you don't ambush them like that and send them to a 5150 hold. It will mess with that person's mental health. They're gonna have trust issues now, which Eugenia Cooney does have because of Jacqueline Glenn. And I already know that this is going to get screenshot, this part. I am not talking negatively on Jacqueline Glenn. I just feel like do not send her any negative comments. Again, what Jesse fails to always say. But Eugenia Cooney feels that just wasn't the proper way to get her help. You don't ambush a friend and trick them that they're coming over to hang out, and then all of a sudden there's all these people here that throw you in a van and take you to a 5150 hold. Like, you know how that is insane. That is not okay. That is forcing your will onto someone. If someone wants to get help, they will seek the help themselves. And I'm not bashing Jacqueline Glenn. She did what she felt was right. Make sure you put that in there when you talk about me. She felt what she thought was right. Eugenia Cooney felt that it was wrong, and they no longer speak. And it is what it is. And for Jessie to sit here, well, I don't know. If you see this, it's so weird. You see they were in on it. She's playing both sides. You don't know, Jessie. Stop.
We missed, okay? Well, I didn't miss it in real time, but we missed it because we didn't have this podcast. So, that aside, there have been people who have tried to help.
As I said, like, people have done petitions to, like, get her kicked off platforms and stuff. And I think it gets in a weird territory.
And it doesn't ever work. Eugenia Cooney is still on the internet for the past 10 years. She will forever be online. Okay?
Because you're like trying to deplatform someone for just like existing. She's not actively promoting EDs or something. Like it's not like her content.
Listen, I don't think that she should be deplatformed because she has a severe ED. That's not.
But you think that people who's around her should be. You're so irritated.
She should be deplatformed. I think she should be deplatformed because there is plenty of evidence, in my opinion, of her doing things that are troubling, like flashing the camera, like her underwear showing by accident. Way too many.
Where she doesn't show it or blur it out, and nor does she ever show the video where Eugenia Cooney apologizes and explains what really happened. Again, always the extreme with Jessie.
Times promoting EDs in the sense of not just how she looks, but she'll say things like, oh my god, like this sweater's just so big on me, guys, right? Like this one, like she'll talk about things or body check constantly.
Jessie, everything that she's saying are these keywords that she picked up like on a Reddit, that she picked up like in a comment section. Anyone who sits on camera and was like, do you like this shirt? Oh, that's problematic. Oh, I'm body checking. Like, it's everything. You just nitpicking Eugenia Cooney and making things worse. You added no value in this podcast, but to self-serve yourself and your bank account. And we'll get to there in a minute.
Show herself off in a manner that it's like, dude, come on. What is this? Like, this isn't even just someone who's existing and has a severe ED. You're acting weird.
I feel weird about the whole thing just because it's so...
But then don't talk about it. Then don't talk about it. If you feel so weird and icky about the situation, don't engage, don't watch, don't give it any a platform, like you call it. You're giving Eugenia Cooney a platform. You're giving me a platform. You're giving Jeffree Star a platform. I mean, what does this podcast have? Like 90,000 subscribers? You're giving this video, this podcast, whatever. Like, you're giving people a platform, but then you say that they're horrible people. They need to be taken off the internet. They're trash. They're this, they're that. But yet you give them a platform to do so, to monetize, to get views and clicks.
Complicated because also, like, that is an illness.
A severe one, yeah. I do want to show a few things before we get into this, if you don't mind. Just kind of one video of her mom that I'm like, ma'am, please, for the love of God.
Well, so, and one thing that was in Shane's docu, was it just one video or is it multiple?
I think it was one.
I don't know if he pointed it out. I think he did. Or if viewers did, but there were like locks on the doors that were super sketchy looking.
Again, that was addressed, but they don't show that either.
As if she was being locked into rooms or like locked into the house.
Oh.
And I know that even just recently, I saw a clip, and I don't know when it was from, but it was like something was really cool about the moon, and everyone in her life kept telling her to go look at it, and she tried to go outside, and her mom like wouldn't let her.
Oh, then they play the moon clip.
Oh, she's awake. I woke her up. Hey, Mom. Did you hear about the moon? Is it that? Everyone's telling me I need to go see it. Oh, okay. Alright, let's look through. We're just gonna look through the window, guys. Is it that amazing? Everyone's like, was begging me to see it. Sorry I woke you up. Oh, Wally wants to, Guys, we're gonna go back upstairs. I want to say hi to Wally.
Yeah, there was also one where, I don't know who, I think it was Alex that told me that he...
So in that clip, my opinion, since Jesse has so many, in my opinion, when I saw that clip, again, this is me, I felt like, oh, she's trolling. I think that she was trolling. Sorry, I had to reset. My assistant just got here, and there's a lot to work to be done today. Unlike Jessie, who just sits at home and does nothing, and let her husband do all the work. Here we go.
He heard something about her having like bells on her door, and then like there was one when she opened the door, which it could be like a trinket or something, you know what I mean, that she just has on the door. But plenty of times on live, like her parents, or her mom specifically, have gotten like upset when she like leaves the room at a certain hour. It's like, go back to your room. It's like,
that's how the moon thing was too. Yeah, it was like she wasn't allowed to go step outside to look at the moon because her mom was like, no, you're not allowed to go outside.
regardless of what's happening, that's fucking
It's
weird.
alarming.
She's not 12. She's not even 20. How old is she? She's older.
Well,
You know what it reminds me of? Jessie reminds me of like that old lady who is so shocked that people are doing things on the internet for attention. Like, it very much is like, oh, wow. Meanwhile, she does things like that too by talking about it. The whole thing is very, like, Jessie, I'm telling you, watch it because she's gonna mess up. Just watch.
then you have to wonder, like, if it's being controlled when she can literally, like, walk out of a property that she's living in. Like, what else is being controlled?
Right. So this is a video of her and her mom.
How is your mom okay watching you wilt away? She's not. My mom lives with me. She knows that I'm fine.
I know she is.
She plays these videos to garner sympathy, to pull in her audience. It's like we already see, like, everything, even, not even this part, even further, you're not even getting to how you really feel yet. Because you're going to see how she really feels. She's just playing this to shock the audience, to make the, oh my gosh, she's so thin. Oh, her mom's like, that's what she's doing here. Because if she cared about Eugenia, she would have let in with the police documentation that we have in this video. Which even then, she has a problem with the article who wrote it, and she has a problem with the police officer who left the statement. It's like nothing. It's like you're just watching someone constantly complain. That's what this podcast is. That's what it is. It's no respect. It's no, let me give this person their flowers for this. It's nothing. It's like, I'm just going to sit here and complain the whole time because my life is miserable and I have nothing better to do. And my husband don't love me and I'm annoyed and bored housewife. That's what it's giving this whole podcast. She's just very jealous and bitter. That people are passing her up, making more money than her, and she's complaining the whole time. Here we go.
She takes good care of herself.
Exactly. See? Exactly.
Happens to be skinny mini, but she does take
Exactly.
skinny
We're
mini,
all different.
But she does take good care of herself.
Exactly. Thank you for chewing your bits, Picado.
I would also like to point out that there's footage and like picture, like Eugenia didn't, it's not like she has some rare condition where she's always looked like this. Like she 100% has looked.
Right there. I have an issue with what she said. It's not like she has some rare or condition that she always looked like that. You don't know. And then here's where I feel like Lily puts her foot in her mouth.
Healthy at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess everyone's definition of like healthy is different. So we're not like, but this is literally, and like not, this is not to come for her like physically, like, is she pretty? Is she not? Like nothing like that. She is physically right now, literally skin and bone. You can see her entire skeleton. That is not okay. Another thing is that she's like coughing. She's having coughing fits, which could be a sign of congestive heart failure.
The video that she played with her mom, that was an old clip. The video of her coughing, old clip. I mean, but she's not giving no context into the dates, because for all the viewer knows, that happened yesterday, that happened tonight, that happened literally today. But she's just not giving that. She's painting this picture that Eugenia Cooney is still coughing, that Eugenia Cooney is still with her mom in the bedroom. Like she's not giving any timestamps or any dates. It's so unthorough that she's just manipulating the audience at this point for clicks, for views, to be drama, to be dramatic. And then we'll get into that in a minute, what she says about drama channels, because God forbid she gives anybody kudos or credit. Like Jessie, to me, I don't have anything to say but fuck Jessie. That's all I gotta say about her.
I just started like coughing like crazy. Sorry. Because a second ago, my throat was like getting really irritated.
Hold on, I gotta change the battery on my camera. That's how draining Jessie has been. No, if you can unpack the boxes and then you just put it, yeah. And then email the sponsors for November and then let them know, yeah, you already know. And then tell Fox News I will do the segment. I'm like, Jessie doesn't know anything about that. But she's gonna hate on that too. She hates on everything I freaking do. All right, so guys, where did I leave off at? For those who don't know, I recently just moved. We have a new work studio that we work out of, where we report the news, we do celebrity news and gossip. It's a whole business, it's a whole thing. And you know, this is what people don't know. Okay, I was living in a garage in my mom's basement, working at a chemical plant factory in Pasadena, Texas. I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, or 1 day off, and I would get off and I would just feel I needed to express myself creatively. I would make YouTube videos, nobody watched, nobody cared. I was consistent with it. I started doing the celebrity news and gossip and the beauty stuff. It blew up for me, and I got my first check and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, this does not happen to someone like me who is Puerto Rican, Mexican. This opportunities have come my way doesn't happen for someone like me. And it's been 10 years now, I think, or 8 years now. And I've just been doing it by myself. And to see someone like Jessie get on here and just totally just rip me and just talk so negatively about me and just tear me down. Just literally tear me down to where it affects my mental health. And now I want to defend myself, and people are going to have a problem with that for defending myself when she had a lot to say about me many times. When I have receipts on her from Here to the Moon and her husband, like, shut up. Like, and you want to sit here, it's like every time she talks about me, it's always negative. It's like coming from a place of like jealousy, animosity. I don't know where it's coming from, but this woman has some serious issues with me. And now I'm speaking about it. Now I want to do what she has done to me, I'm doing to her. I'm going to watch her videos and I'm going to dissect like she does all my videos. And she's talking about a very, very sensitive subject. No, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. She's irrelevant. A very sensitive subject, because she is irrelevant. Jessie, in my opinion, is irrelevant. And you, under the guise that you care when you don't care. You don't care. You don't fucking care about Eugenia Cooney. This is another video. It's another podcast for you. Next. You don't care. Here we go.
Literally like fucking alarming. She's not a skinny mini that just is built that way.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Yeah, like I would never, Jesus, even if someone was...
Eugenia Cooney is a skinny mini. And when you saw her, the old pictures of her, she was a thin girl. She wasn't a freaking Amberlynn Reed that all of a sudden got skinny to the house like, no. Okay, and I know what it is to be too thin. I know what it is to be too big. I've struggled with my weight my entire life. There were pictures of me, if you go back on my YouTube channel in the beginning days, totally different person. Totally different. But would you like what you're doing to her, someone to do to you? No, you wouldn't. Here we go.
Skinny. I would never speculate on an ED. This is not speculation.
No.
Like, this is not bad. And yes, it is a mental health issue. And I think at this point, she's so bonded with it that it feels like her safe place. Like, when people attack that, they're attacking her best friend almost. That's all she knows. Like, I genuinely feel like that's what she thinks makes her happy. That's what she thinks keeps her life the way that she wants it. And, like, I don't know how to break her from that, but it's certainly not by hanging out with fucking Jeffree Star and Rich Lux, I'll tell you that.
And so that's the thing.
See that? But look how she did it. Look how she did it. She was like, oh, I got to dig on this one. It was so shady the way she did it. It's definitely not hanging out. First of all, I don't hang out with Eugenia Cooney in person in real life. We almost did, but we missed each other's flights. She landed, I was leaving Beverly Hills. It is what it is. And yet you never say anything, and this is what's so, we'll get to it further, but there have been other drama channels who have hung out with Eugenia Cooney in real life, took photos with her hanging out, but she doesn't bring that up. Oh no, she doesn't talk about that. Shane Dawson did a documentary on Eugenia Cooney. Sloan did a whole interview about Eugenia Cooney, but yet, and met her in person and took a photo, but yet she doesn't say anything about that. Again, it's like confirmation bias. It's like anything Rich Lux, oh, I just can't. It's like, what is your issue with me? Like, what is it? Girl, I'm doing my thing over here. I am not surviving. I am thriving. I'm doing me. And every time you mention Jeffree Star or me, it's in such negative taste that it's quite disturbing and alarming. It really is, Jesse. Like, you take a step back and unpack why you have such negative connotations about me. I understand what you have, whatever, with Jeffree Star, but me? We never spoke. You don't even know me. You never even asked me what it is, what issues you have with me. But the fact that I have interacted with Eugenia Cooney, it's just like, what?
It's like, the reason we haven't talked about it in the past is not because it wasn't very clear there was a problem, but more so that what is discussing it more going to do. But now the reason we find it even more...
What is discussing, what is you guys, who are not even in it, discussing it more going to do? Because what you have done up until the 30-minute mark of your little podcast is just tear her down. If I was Eugenia Cooney watching this, I would feel like shit. I would want to just end. I just want to end it. I would, my opinion. I would. Because you didn't do anything that we don't already know, that she doesn't already see in her comment section of her lives. You have done nothing. And then you have Jeffree Star, who has flown Eugenia Cooney out to his house in Casper, Wyoming, which you fail to even know where that's at. You call it something else, which we'll get to that too in a minute. Watch, here we go.
Upsetting is that she has found these friendships with creators that seem to be exploiting it more.
She has found these friendships with creators. Eugenia Cooney is a girl who is alone and sits in her bedroom, and all she has is the internet. And all she sees is negative comments and people tearing her down, like you, Jesse, in this podcast that you did, under the guise that, oh no, we're not. You did, several times. She is a girl who is very guarded, who can't trust people because they tend to want to throw her in a 5150 hole without her. I mean, that's just, come on. What if you had a friend, Jesse, that said, hey, let's meet up for coffee, and then they call the police on you, and next thing you know, you're in the hospital for 3 days. Come on, girl. You're not going to have trust issues? So Eugenia Cooney sits alone in her room, and she watches popular creators such as Jeffree Star, such as Rich Lux. I know you hate to admit that, but I run circles around you, Jesse. By the time you wake up in the morning and open your eyes, I already posted 2 live streams, 6 videos, 4 TikToks, 2 Instagram Reels. I mean, come on, girl. It's just jealousy and bitter. So Eugenia Cooney has finally found some online creators that she feels comfortable enough to interact with and talk to, who don't judge her, who aren't throwing her eating disorder in her face, who aren't making fun of her weight and saying, look at this, don't you agree you look too thin? Like, she finally found some people who just accept her for it is what it is. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. And because of that, they're trash. They need to be deplatformed. I have literally been online and see Eugenia just sit there and just get negative comments. And then when I jump into the chat and we go live, she's smiling, she's happy, we're telling jokes to each other, we're role playing. It's all fun and jokes. And me and her having a genuine good time, and you're depicted as something so negative and toxic. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, because we're getting there.
And she is.
Right, yeah, for sure. But before we show that, I do have a few more videos of her. This is one she's reacting to people wishing that she was back in recovery, that's intense because that could be really triggering in itself for people with an ED. But
I wish Eugenia could be like this again. Well, too bad, because she's not probably ever going to be like that again. So too bad, I'm sorry.
Again, this video here is an old video of her in her bedroom back in the day.
I was like actually completely miserable at that point. Like, I hope I'll never be like that again, honestly.
that's fucking heartbreaking and so discouraging to hear for anyone that...
Again, pulling at the heartstrings of her audience, Jessie, to try to get views and clicks, painting yourself like you're on some moral high ground that you actually care when you have done nothing but sit on your ass and talk about how skinny she is. And the people around her are just so horrible people.
Like, that just wants better for her. You know what I mean? It's like, of course, with the severity of the AD and just probably other...
that your co-host knows nothing about, but it's so severity
behind it. Dude, of course that felt like the most miserable time in your life when you started recovering. Like, that's gonna be that way for probably the rest of your life. You're gonna be having a really tricky relationship with yourself, how you look, how you perceive yourself. Like, that is gonna be a lifelong battle. I still struggle with my body, and my God, I see one comment about my body, I'm spiraling for hours, and
but yet you make a 1 hour and 11-minute video talking about Eugenia Cooney. And well, but we're not nitpicking her weight or anything like that. You sure have a lot to say, Jessie. You sure do. And I feel like I have some skin in the game when it comes to weight. My weight goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. I like to eat, but I know when to bring it in. And I know it's hard. Some people have an addiction to food. Some people have addiction to sugar. Everyone has something that they're going through. And everyone has something that they're dealing with behind the scenes. And for you to make this video, it's a lot of it's speculation. Well, I don't really know. Did you see that clip? Oh, you didn't see that clip? No research. Not even reaching out to me. You could have easily reached out to me, Jessie, and been like, hey, we're making a video about Eugenia Cooney. And I really don't, because it means that much to me, I just want to ask you a question. And Nothing. She doesn't care.
literally, I cannot go on a diet because it is so triggering to me because of how much I was...
Shut up, Jessie. Wait, what a way to make it about yourself.
To myself in high school. And so, like, I just either start binging or I just restrict way too much. Like, I have a very unhealthy relationship with food. And, like, I can't imagine her. So I get why she felt the most miserable, but it's also so discouraging to hear that. It's like, she's never going to get better.
Notice she says miserable, not like unhealthy. Like,
No.
I know, for example, like even remember that Ariana Grande did that whole video where she was like, let's not comment on people's bodies, you don't know
Right.
what they're going through. When you thought I looked...
Ariana Grande said, let's not comment on people's bodies, you don't know what they're going through.
my best, I was actually
When I was my best, I was actually at my worst.
most unhealthy. And whether or not that's true or not, we're not here to talk about Ariana Grande.
Maybe you should. But you know why you didn't talk about Ariana Grande? It's not a hot topic. It's not going to bring you the views and clicks. I'm telling you, you're so fake, Jessie. You're so fake. You are a fake snake. And that's why I went onto your podcast and I left you a snake emoji in the chat. Because you are fake. You're a fake girl, Jessie. You're fake and I can't stand you.
She doesn't even phrase it like that. She just says that she was miserable. And as you said, like, yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense given what's going on. But oh my God, I just like, the fact that she lives with her mom and that her mom does enable it maybe more is so heartbreaking.
And it just, I can't understand doing that as a parent. And then lying about it. Well, obviously, that's why people are like, is this a Munchausen by proxy situation? I don't know what.
It's not. And then again, I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know that. It's like you bring up something. Well, I don't know. You talk about something. Well, I don't know. What do you know? What do you know is that you're using this video for clicks and views to garner attention so you hit the algorithm. Well, guess what, Jesse? We're talking about you today. This is what she wanted. I already can tell Jesse's literally in the background watching it, probably eating something. Yes, I get the recognition I need. Finally, they're talking about me. Finally.
This is because how is your mother going to sit there and be like, nah, I see her, I live with her, she eats fine, she's good, she's just a little skinny mini. Even the way she says it is disgusting. It's like, ma'am, what the fuck are you on right now?
So now you're talking about Eugenia Cooney's mothering skills. That you're talking about a mother. You should know you're a mother too, right? So if someone were to talk about your mothering skills and how you parade your kids on social media, on Instagram and taking pictures, oh, but that's off the line. But you're talking about Eugenia Cooney's mom and how she's parenting her daughter. Again, Eugenia Cooney is an adult. If she wants to do certain things that are unhealthy for her, that is her choice. I feel like the mom is just, I've already told you what you need to do. I already told you this is not right. You don't know that because you're not there behind the scenes to see that Eugenia Cooney's mom is actually trying to help Eugenia. We don't know behind the scenes that Eugenia Cooney's mom is enabling Eugenia. You don't know, and you're not saying that, and neither is your co-host giving a juxtapose and bouncing off each other. It's just a total echo chamber of yes. And this is not right because you're getting your audience a tunnel vision of your thoughts and views without bouncing off, well, it could be like this, but we don't know. This is the problem with this podcast. And you, Jesse.
One more video and then we'll get into the Jeffree and Rich Lex stuff.
She can't wait. She can't wait to talk about me, her favorite subject, and Jeffree Star. She just can't wait. It's the only thing that brings her views on her channel. She just can't wait for it.
As Eugenia letting her mask down for 3 minutes, calling chat delusional.
This video here is up to date. But she doesn't tell you that.
The children, remember, dangerous.
And I want to say this, since Jessie fails to do so. I hate Jessie so much. She's so annoying. Okay. Ever since Eugenia Cooney started hanging around Jeffree Star, if you've been noticing and watching closely, which many people will sit here and say, well, I haven't been watching it that closely, but you sure have a lot to say, Jesse. You haven't been watching it so closely, but you have a lot to say about something you don't even watch closely, just going off clips. If you have been watching closely, like I have, then you can clearly see that as of today and yesterday and the day before that, Eugenia Cooney's confidence has skyrocketed after hanging out with Jeffree Star. She is being a little bit more sassy. She's feeling herself in her Instagram photos and videos with Jeffree. She looks healthier. She actually looks like she's eating. Jeffree Star has said that she is eating. They have went to lunch. They have went to dinner. And Eugenia Cooney is saying, yes, this is true. We did go to lunch. We had a beautiful time. We took a really long drive and looked at some beautiful things and had a real conversation. But she's not saying any of this. It's just so negative, and she's missing the mark. And for her audience to not know that is alarming. It's bad. It's bad because you're painting a picture that you see. You're not painting the correct picture of things, Jesse, because you're not saying the good, the bad, and the bottom line. Because what you're doing is just painting the bad. Because if you were truly being honest with your audience and yourself and your co-host who just co-signs everything you say, then you would say the good is, yeah, Eugenia, it looks like she's getting help. The bad is, well, in my opinion, I don't necessarily think Jeffree Star is the best person to give her help. And the bottom line would be, you know what? I may not like Jeffree Star, but at least he is there and we can see she's happier and healthier and she's eating. At least that. I may not agree with Jeffree Star, but you know what? The bottom line, it is what it is. She's with Jeffree and she's eating. It's like you literally have to choose the lesser of two evils, and she fails to do that. It's just straight negativity. Rich Lux and Jeffree Star, they're the worst people to be around Eugenia Cooney. Here we go. But apparently you are. Are you the best person to be around her, to talk to her, to go on live with her? Because you don't even care to do that. Never once have you mentioned you try to attempt to contact her or go or guest her on a live or give her a platform where she can come on and interview. You could have easily said in the beginning of this podcast, we reached out to Eugenia Cooney for a statement or to be on today's show, but she declined. You didn't say that. You didn't give me that opportunity, but you sure have a lot to say about us.
Guys, if you're so worried about the children, I'm not trying to do anything
Jesse's
to the children,
so
okay?
annoying. She's so trash.
I don't think I'm the biggest threat to the children out there. I think like maybe some people, if you're a parent, just should try to just go and like be good parents, you know? Like, I'm not trying to do anything to the children, okay? Am I wearing a wig? No, I am not. No, this is my real hair. So, no, I'm not. Alright, what time is it, guys? Let me see. Okay, it's like 9:26. A liar. Guys, wait a second. Wasn't my hair all falling out and thinning before? Wait a second.
So in this clip that they're playing, they're just staring at it, which to me, I'm just like bored in the house. What I got from this clip is I can truly see Eugenia pandering to the audience and saying, well, didn't y'all say my hair is falling out before? No, my hair's not falling out, guys. Like, I can see that she is playing into it. She's smiling a little bit. I'm not saying she's having a good time, but she's like playing into it. Like, I get all these negative comments. Well, didn't you guys say that X, Y, and Z? You can see that here. Jesse sees it as totally different. Just missing the mark. It's like I can sit here and troll her and she wouldn't even know I'm trolling. She would just take it for face value. Like, I don't think Jesse has that level of understanding to like read the room when something is a joke, when something is trolling. I'm not saying that what Eugenia Cooney is doing in this video is completely that, but what I've been noticing is I feel like Jesse, oh my God, that she'll sit there and be like, oh, I can't believe this. And I'm like, girl, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, don't be a Karen. Are you serious?
Have we gone back to now I'm lying that my hair is real? Is it? I love how we just alternate between, yeah, your hair's thinning, you're lying that it's not thinning. Oh, it's a wig. It's a wig. We know it's a wig. It's like, okay. It's exciting. So that's going to be starting, like I said, 11 p.m. Eastern. I see such a mixture of comments. I see some of you guys that are so sweet. So big thank you to you guys. I love you guys. And some of you guys that are just so angry. You're just like, gaslight her. Oh my gosh. Why do my arms look like that? I don't know. I don't really know, guys. Why does anyone look the way they look, I guess, right?
No, not right.
And just like cute things. I do sleep on my couch, yeah. No, I know some people think that's like really weird. I know. Where's my diaper? Oh, I don't wear one. Sorry to let you down. You guys just love to come in here and ask me that. But I haven't worn one since I was like literally like a baby. Hate to tell you, sorry. We've seen it, then you're delusional. You guys like to call me delusional. The thing is, whatever you think you see, and I don't know what you could have possibly seen, because I know what I'm wearing. I know there's no diaper on, so whatever you think you saw, it was not a diaper.
What's interesting about that is I guess that's a rumor started because she flashes so often.
No, it's not, Jesse. It's not a rumor because she started. What's so interesting, I guess, it's just what I don't like. Do you ever say anything like that you know about Eugenia Cooney is 100% fact? It's all like, oh, speculation, what I've seen. It's just a rumor. Like, literally. Jesse, please stop. Just log off the internet, Jesse, please. Just stop. It's just stop. Like that video that you just played did you no favors. Why do we need to see that as viewers? Why? Why do we need to see that? But watch how she reacts here.
and like in these dresses will lean back and like be in positions where people can see her underwear. Maybe she
Again, which she gets back on camera and she apologizes for. She does an explanation. I'm not defending that behavior, but I'm saying you're not giving the audience that opportunity.
wearing a type of underwear or something that looks kind of like, you know, adult diapers kind of look like underwears, honestly. So that rumor started, and instead of
My underwear does not look like adult diapers. My underwear is a sickening Gucci Versace thong. What are you talking? Maybe your underwear's like diapers, not mine. I'm snatched. Girl, bye.
being like, how the fuck would you know what I wear? Like, there's no way you guys, you know what I mean? She's like, well, I don't know what you think you saw. Like she knows I feel like she knows she flashes the camera. I don't know why she does it, but her behavior is very, 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 very strange. And then for our listeners, the people who.
Her behavior is strange. She's responding to negative comments that she's getting hundreds of on her TikTok live, and that's strange. You don't even know the words that you're saying. You just like, let me just fill this in here. I'm just gonna keep on talking, just add context. I'm just gonna make this video as long as possible for views and clicks because we need the money and I need to do this and I wanna go on vacation. It's like, what are you doing, girl? Again, you should have stopped. You should have never made this video. It needs to stop. It needs to stop because you don't care about Eugenia.
Just listen and do not watch. There was like a little comment on the screen that was saying that her arm was like kind of like twitching.
It didn't look like she was moving it.
No, at all. And then also like she is constantly shifting, and what we have shown you is nothing.
I'm constantly shifting. When you sit in one position for too long, don't you get up and maybe like change a leg? People don't shift when they sit. They don't. So here we go. This is what she just couldn't wait to talk about. She just couldn't wait to talk about. Can you hand me the Fiji? Thank you. She couldn't wait to talk about this part in the video. This is what Jessie has been waiting for this entire time. You guys ready? Here we go. Watch. You ready for this one? You ready?
I'm not even joking. Like there's so much.
Now that you say that, didn't she literally just like get up and then sit back down?
She does that constantly. Oh, she does that constantly.
Yes, she does that. Eugenia Cooney will go live for maybe 3 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours on a live stream. Do you just sit there like this the whole time for 8 hours? No. A human would get up to stretch, go use the restroom, get something, stretch their legs out, get some blood flow, stand up, sit down. If you have an Apple Watch, it tells you, you've been sitting down too long, may need to get up. I mean, for them to just, it's like they don't understand that concept.
And there was one clip of her like falling, and it takes her so long to get up. There's so many things that if we were to try to just give you a taste of like why everyone is so freaked out and concerned, it would
Right here.
not even be a drop in the bucket. Like there.
So you haven't done that up until this point? You're lying. You're lying.
So much there. But again, this is not a topic we would be talking about.
Instead of showing that, oh, she just can't wait to talk about me. Oh, it's the highlight of her day. It's the highlight of her day right here.
If it wasn't for Rich Lux and Jeffree Star. I guess we start with Rich Lux because we talked about this a little bit in the Jeffree Star episode we did, I don't know, a couple episodes back, that he goes live a lot, but he goes live a lot with Rich Lux and Eugenia Cooney.
So first of all, to add some context here, which she doesn't care about or reach out to care to know. This video, it's like it should be paused or whatever, is Eugenia Cooney up on top, I'm at the bottom, Jeffree Star. This was, I would say, the first time that we're all together on a panel, right? It's like the Volturi have assembled on a TikTok to talk. No, I was in Beverly Hills, California. I was doing, can I talk about? Yeah, we're doing shooting a pilot that did not go through for a real life Monster High or something like that, right? So I was in Beverly Hills working on that project, and the shoot day was done. I sat down, I was sitting there, I got on TikTok live. I had no idea that Eugenia Cooney was gonna be on, or Jeffree Star, and then Eugenia Cooney guested me, we started talking, and then bloop, popped up Jeffree Star, And then ever since then, we would do battles and interact with each other. There's a lot of crazy people on TikTok that just just talking heads and just want to fight and argue. They don't understand. A lot of just like homophobia and stuff like that. And so I'm doing videos with people that I feel comfortable with, or doing TikTok battles with people that I somehow kind of feel like I know, so I can feel comfortable. And yet she tears it down to shreds, but she doesn't care to know. She doesn't want that. Jessie can't comprehend that.
Like a little three-way situation.
Which I don't understand how that even began.
Well, Jeffree says that he's been friends with Eugenia Cooney since like MySpace days. Like he's known of her. They've been internet friends for a very, very long time, which makes sense because she's been in like kind of like the goth type of scene that I would see. Although she's
not a goth scene. It's a club kid scene. It's the scene kid era. Get it right, Jessie. To further add, right, and I'm not gonna defend Jeffree Star in this part. Like I said, he could defend himself. Eugenia Cooney could defend themselves. I'm just talking about me. But since she brought it up, she's gonna play a clip where she's gonna attempt to make Jeffree Star look bad, attempt to make him look like a liar or whatever the case may be. Again, I'm not here to defend. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I just want to say this: when I heard Jeffree Star say, "I've known Eugenia Cooney since MySpace days. We've been friends since MySpace days," I took that as, and what I'm saying you might be a little confused about, but when we keep watching, you'll understand. What I took it as is that Jeffree Star has known of Eugenia Cooney since she was 14 years old. That's how I take it. I don't think that they were walking children in nature and hanging, going and dipping and doing it, sneaking into clubs in Hollywood. I'm not saying all that, but watch her just tear it down. Here we go, because God forbid she can never find any type of middle ground. Well, maybe he meant this or maybe he meant that, but this is what he said. No, none of that. It's just straight, just toxicity, negativity, just straight lie. Everyone's a liar. Here we go.
younger than him, so I'm like, I don't really understand, but I guess I get it.
Quick update here. Apparently, the reason Jessie said this was because Jeffree himself actually told us that he has been friends with Eugenia for 15 years, and also like throws around that she was on his MySpace top 8 and all this stuff.
I see a lot of people asking about my dear friend Eugenia. I've known Eugenia for 15 years. Me and Miss Eugenia, we go bad, girl. Okay? This bitch was on my top 8 on my MySpace page. Some of you girls weren't even awake when MySpace was up. Y'all were sucking on fucking y'all were in diapers, okay, with your pacifiers.
I didn't really question any of it because Eugenia gives like MySpace vibes. I could see how she would be big back then. But the thing is that Eugenia is only 29 right now, and if Jeffree has been friends with her for 15 years, that means that he was friends with her, first of all, when she was 14, which in itself already sounds pretty unrealistic. But then I came across this interview that Eugenia did with Sloan on his podcast, the Let's Get Into It podcast. And I don't know exactly when they filmed it, but the earliest it looks like it's on his channel is in a trailer that was posted 11 months ago. And in this clip, I'll just play it for you.
One of Shane's great online friends is Jeffree Star. They've done their collabs, and I've seen you. I think even recently you posted a video about his wedding collection.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Jeffree?
So, I've actually never met Jeffree before or anything, but I've been watching him online a really long time, like his videos and stuff, and I think he seems like a really cool person. I think he makes really great makeup.
Are you on the PR list?
I'm not, no.
So did you buy it, the recent one?
Yeah, I just started buying the makeup.
Does that sound like someone who's been friends with Jeffree for 15 years? Because call me crazy, it doesn't really sound like it to me. And while I don't know how serious he was about the top 8 thing, out of curiosity, I look back and I also don't know what date he would have been referring to if he was serious. But any of the web archives that I looked at his MySpace page from 2007 to 2010, I never saw her on his top 8. It was Kat Von D and a bunch of musicians. So no Eugenia Cooney in sight. And from Googling it, I can't really find too much proof of Eugenia ever really being big on MySpace. So yeah, do with that information what you will. For me, I'm going to take it as Jeffree's absolutely full of shit. So anyway, that's all. Back to the episode.
So they've been friends for a long time.
Okay, so that's what I'm not going to argue that. That's their gig. I just feel like, and nor does she say in that clip, well, maybe it is possible that Jeffree Star meant that he's known of her and not that he's been friends with her. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I would say, but she won't say that. She'll never give anything the benefit of the doubt. It's just, it's like, oh, well, you know, I pulled up from this web archive, here's the receipts, but I couldn't find where they were friends. Maybe I missed something. No, it's not that either. It's never that shadow of a doubt. Oh, well, you know, I overlooked it. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe it didn't exist. Maybe it does exist. None of that. It's just, oh, he's a piece of shit. Like, they're so easy to sit here, and it affects my mental health when they do it to me, because that's not how it goes down. Here we go.
Apparently, Rich Lux is someone, I don't know when he weaseled his way into...
The disrespect. When he weaseled his way? Really? Really? Wow. It's stuff like that she says, and then when I make a response, I'm the bad guy. I'm being rude. No, Jesse, stop. You want me to respect you when you have done nothing but disrespect me time and time again, every time you mention me on your show? Every time. It's never nothing positive when you talk about me. Never. And that's what affects my mental health. So fuck you, Jesse.
Being friends with Jeffree Star, but it was, I mean, like, he covered Jeffree Star and stuff, and I guess he licked Jeffree's butthole enough that it worked out.
There you go. It's always like, what, you left your brother as it worked out, and then takes it, like, she got a dig on me or something. Girl, I was in it way before you were in. I was in the trenches reporting that James Charles pedo stuff, the Tati Westbrook, the Shane Dawson, the Jeffree Star video after video, 2-3 videos a day, live streams, posting. But I was putting in that work. I was putting that work when you were sitting there just watching me. You're just a watcher, girl. All you do is watch me and you hate on me.
Just gonna say, did he do positive coverage on Jeffree? And that's...
I did a lot of positive, and I also did negative videos too. I've called them out too. It's a double-edged sword. Unlike with y'all.
Like, because doesn't Jeffree hate most drama channels?
Well, okay, so before Dramageddon, like any of them, it was a thing and it was normalized for people to try to befriend different drama channels.
Really? Really? Okay. I mean, she knows. Apparently, how does she even know? You weren't even there. You weren't even a drama channel. You don't even have receipts of people in your DMs trying to do that to you.
To kind of navigate the coverage around them.
Sway it to be positive, yeah.
Yeah, that was much more common back then. People don't really fall for it too much nowadays.
It's like she's making such a big deal out of it when you have like Luella Parson back in the 50s and 60s who covered celebrity news that would get invited to parties of the celebrities, and then she would go home and type up an article about it, and it would get posted on the, I don't know, the Reporter online or Hollywood Reporter or something, or the Insider, or whatever article was popular at that time. And just like, she would feed that rumor out, and then people would go buy the music or go to the shows. Like influencers or celebrities inviting press to things, to be outside for photos, to be in the party. It's so they can get some tea, so they can write an article about it. It's nothing new, but yet when I got invited to maybe a Morphe event or a Color Pop party or anything like that, it's, oh my God, it's just so you're just so upset. But you wouldn't feel upset if it was you. You wouldn't feel upset if, I don't know, Jaclyn Hill was, hey, we really like your podcast. Come experience our launch party. Would you like to come? Here's your plane ticket. Come to the event. Take a few PR boxes. Like, she wouldn't say anything about that. But yet when I go through those experiences, instead of me being celebrated, instead of me giving me my flowers, I'm just torn to shreds. I'm just a piece of ish. I'm no good. I'm just the bottom of the barrel of the internet. It's like, really? Stuff like that doesn't happen to where I came from, these opportunities that I have given, because I've worked my ass off, Jesse, unlike you. Here we go.
So it's not as prevalent. Back then it used to be a running joke that Jeffree Star would have people on his payroll like that.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, this woman is just, it's like she just, whatever she sees online is true. That's the whole vibe I get from just, whatever she sees online is true. And it's not. And this is what really grinds my gears about Jessie, and now I don't like her. I do not like her. I'll be seeing a lot less of her because I'm not going to watch her stuff. I was forced to watch this one today to talk about it because she want to slander me. So in this video, fuck you, Jessie, again. You're a piece of shit. Anyways, I have a lot to say about Jessie, and I'll get there.
Call it. It's like, oh, you got them on a payroll. So I think that during that time, I guess that's when Rich Lux and him got together. I'm not entirely sure, but...
Again, I'm not entirely sure, but you're telling your audience these things are untrue. And then then I get negative comments. Then I get situation where it makes me feel like a piece of ish, where I feel like I'm sad, where I go into a dark place, where I don't feel good about myself. But yet you preach, positivity on your channel. No, you don't. You don't give a fuck about me. You don't. Because you don't know what I'm going through, what I'm struggling with. But you sure have a lot to say about me, Jesse.
What I do know is that there's no way Rich Lex would be as close to Jeffree if he didn't kiss his literal ass. So he...
Okay. So just because the way you have done things, influencers that you talk about, like maybe James or Tati or whoever you want to insert name, doesn't interact with you because you didn't kiss their ass. All right. That's how you see things. But it is very, very hard to do what I do, Jesse, which you'll probably never come close to be able to be in rooms with people who don't like each other and then turn around and make a video and really give an honest opinion and say the good, the bad, and the bottom line and keep it real. Because you can't, Jesse. It's all just negativity. It's always the spew of that. It's always toxicity. You can never see it from a person's other side of things. You just can't. Because in this podcast, you exemplify that time and time again. And you're going to do it with me because you just can't wait to talk about me in this video. But it's so difficult to have people in your roster on your phone that you can reach out for a statement who are very problematic, who have done things that aren't so in good taste, and still be able to report them and have that friendship or that working relationship with them. Because that's what it is. It's not so much a friendship, it is a working, it's like a colleague. I could send a message to James Charles. Hey, James, I need a statement on this. Can you provide one, please? Hey, Jeffree Star, this is what's going on. Would you like to leave a statement, please? Do you know how hard it is to do that when these totally opposites, but you just don't see it. You just, and you never will. Here we go.
Jeffree Star, but Rich Lex, in my opinion, has no integrity whatsoever as a journalist, if you want.
So I'm a journalist now? Okay. All right. Give me that title. I'm a journalist now. And I have no integrity, which I guess a lot of journalists don't have integrity. Okay.
Call him that?
That's very generous.
But this will...
Oh, and then Lily co-signs it. Like she always does everything that Jesse says. Oh, it's very generous. It's like they just love to hate me. They just love to just talk about me. And it affects my mental health that these two get in every chance they get. They'll never say nothing complimentary about me. Never. When I've put in more work than they will ever have. I don't just sit in a podcast for an hour and talk about how skinny someone looks. Girl, no. I'm running circles. Here we go.
We're about to show you was sent in actually by one of our listeners, and I felt like throwing up, honestly.
I just don't even understand.
So they're going to show you something that was sent in by one of their listeners without providing the context of what happened before or what happened after. Just the clip is all you're going to see. And I'm going to talk about it.
How you would get to the place that you think that this is something you should do, or that this is okay, or that I just don't get it.
You would have to be Rich Lex to get it, I guess.
I don't know
Oh, Jesse, shut up.
much about Rich Lex. Honestly, even one of the first times I ever heard of him was when he didn't get let into Ace Fest, which was actually the very beginning of our podcast.
Oh yeah, we covered that.
I've been seeing him more and more because of these lives with Eugenia Cooney, and people keep tagging us and stuff, and I see random clips, and it's usually just him posting exclusives about stuff Jeffree said. But this, I couldn't.
She's upset. She's so upset, bro. She is so upset that I can get exclusives on popular creators and she can't. She's so it bothers her to her core that I can get exclusives and statements from people and she can't. That's why she's so upset, because that's what it comes down to with the views and the money for her. But then she wants to reflect and deflect that's what it is with me. When you're not gonna sit here and paint this picture that's how it is, because it's not.
I don't even know how it's real.
Yeah, I think that going live with Eugenia Cooney at this point in her journey in life is problematic in itself.
Okay, but you don't think talking about her for over an hour is, and profiting off of it is. Okay.
I think this is a different breed. So we'll just
No, I think your podcast on Eugenia Cooney is a different breed, Jesse. Because what you're doing here is very problematic.
play it. Trigger warning, just letting you know right now. They were having a battle. So a battle is basically to create.
Oh, this is epic. Watch how they freak out about what a battle is.
Go on the screen, they battle. The amount of gifts that are sent, the likes, things like that boost you up in your numbers. And obviously this is an incentive for people to give you more gifts and stuff. So people like
She's talking about money again.
do that.
Such a weird concept to begin with.
I know.
It's such a weird concept for people to send other people gifts. Okay.
Right? I don't know. TikTok is weird. But in this clip, Eugenia lost the battle. And when she lost, she pretended to faint, I guess, or die is a better way to put it, because that's what it looks like.
No. That's what you're saying, but that's not what it is.
Dude, I just called the
So let me, now that she has a lot to say, what happened. In this battle, which is when two TikTok creators go head to head and their following throws gifts. Whoever has the most gifts wins the battle. Gifts are like little emojis, goats, there's like lions and phoenixes and stuff like that. And they equal like $500, $1,000, $3,000. It goes really expensive. These gifts are really expensive, right? So the people who send them, they're sending their hard-earned money to push their creator to win the battle, okay? So this was a battle that me and Eugenia Cooney were hyping up. We get into this battle. She was winning. She was actually doing pretty good. And then at the last minute, one of the supporters threw a big gift and I won the battle. When I won the battle, I got really excited. Eugenia Cooney then went back and pretended to faint. She got knocked out. You knocked them out. You knocked them out the battle. You win. So Eugenia Cooney falls back. And then that's when I pick up the phone playing along. I mean, she fell back. We knocked her out. So let's play along. I'm not going to just sit there and stare at the camera. It's entertainment. You're putting on a show for people. At least that's what I was doing. Eugenia Cooney fainted because she lost the battle. You can see her go, ah, so jokingly. And then here's what I say.
Yeah, her address is 123 Sesame Street.
Apparently I dox Eugenia now because her address is 123 Sesame Street. That alone should let you know that this is a joke. That alone should let you know that me and Eugenia are bouncing off each other in role playing. And for Jessie to sit there and just, oh my God, I can't believe, like this is her own. This is what she's been leading up to the whole 42 minutes of her podcast. This is her own. This is her ultimate dig on why I should be deplatformed and taken off the internet because I'm having a friendly competition of battle with Eugenia Cooney. Okay, here we go.
She's unconscious right now on TikTok Live. Gypsy K506 knocked her out. And ran. Does she look like she's breathing? Chat, is she breathing? Chat, yes or no? Hold on, let me call her mom. She doesn't pick up the phone. You guys, who do I call?
Oh girl. And then the co-host goes, oh, for dramatic effect. You seriously, you don't know that this is role playing? You seriously don't see that? Are you serious? Like, am I on another planet? Am I literally on another planet right now? That I'm sitting there. I'm sitting in the video with my clown makeup on. You know what? Do I just need to wear like a red nose? Do I just for people to know that I'm a joker? Do people just need to like? And then they're sitting there like Karens, and they're like, oh, I can't believe. Like it's scary, and this is what's weird. That it's so scary that they don't see it that way.
Fucking gross, bro.
Oh my God.
No, Jesse, you're fucking gross. Fuck you.
You guys, is she breathing?
Because you're trying to paint, you're literally trying to assassinate me and paint this out without even asking me what was going on, with nothing. You never reached out to me in the DMs, you never emailed my team, nothing at all, nothing. You want to sit up there and say effing gross. Really, Jesse? Wow. This is it. Like, you want to talk about a reach? You want to say that I reach? This is a reach. You're a reach.
1.2 million views in a day.
911.
TK Maxx, where Shane and I live.
911.
The little emoji there, that is a stop sign, was put on by the listener that sent this like screen grab in, and that is because her underwear was showing. Again, she's laying there pretending to be dead.
As then
Again, Jesse, always to the extreme. She's dead. Eugenia Cooney was not dead. Eugenia woke up like a zombie, and when we went back to playing, we did a few more battles. Like, come on. When she wins, I get up, I throw my chair across the room, I pretend like I passed out. Like, but she doesn't see that. She doesn't see the battles before or after or any context. It's just, oh, she's dead. Eugenia Cooney's dead. That right there is offensive in itself. Eugenia's not dead. She probably thinks she is. That's the main part. She probably thinks, Jesse is so dumb, she probably thinks she is dead.
Rich Lux is pretending to call people.
One of them being her.
Oh, Lisa gets it. The other girl gets that it's pretending. Okay. So, but yet you can't see that we were acting out a monologue or playing a role, or it's just, oh my God. It's like watching two people trying to understand the internet right now. That's what it seems like to me.
Which is obviously a fucking horrendous impact on her life, and obviously in on this in some weird way that we obviously don't understand, but she...
You don't understand. You don't understand the relationship that I have with Eugenia Cooney. You don't understand the relationship I have with people behind the scenes. Everything I do, you're just so offended by. It's like I'm in like the principal's office, and I'm talking to the principal, and they just don't understand what the hell a TikTok is, or what the hell a battle is, or what an emoji is. You probably think they're gang signs or something. Like, oh my God, that's how it's so. It's just giving me a headache. I need to take. Can you give me? Oh my God.
In on it somehow. This is so disgusting for Rich Lux to sit here and think that he's doing any sort of joke. Like,
no, Jesse. This is so disgusting for you to sit here and try to paint this picture that's not true. That's why I say fuck you, Jesse. And it's so disgusting, Jesse, that you're gonna sit here and try to get an own on me when you didn't. And again, you're gonna sit here and pretend like you care about Eugenia Cooney when you don't. When you can clearly see that me and her are having a good time playing around. But you don't see that. And what you want to do is you want to paint this picture like I'm the villain, like I'm the bad guy, when I'm far from that. So when I sit up here and I say, fuck you, Jesse, you're trash, I mean it wholeheartedly with love and respect.
No, that's not a joke. No, this is like so beyond not a joke. You are spineless and you have no moral compass whatsoever. I don't care.
So what? I'm spineless and no moral compass. Wow, that's really low coming from you and the receipts I have on you, what I've heard from you behind the scenes. For you to say that about me, someone you've never even met. You don't even give people the benefit of the doubt, Jesse. This is what really pissed me off about this video, is what the things that you're saying about me, and you have been saying them about me in other podcasts that you mentioned me of, but you don't ever give me that chance. You don't ever give me that grace. You're just going off what you see, what you read. You're just going off the views that I'm getting that you're not getting. But here you are using Eugenia Cooney for views, using my name for views, using Jeffree Star's name for views. They're in the title of your video. But yet we're all trash, horrible people, but we're not trash, horrible people and we're putting money in your pockets when you talk about us. You're trash.
You're actually real life friends with her, because that's what Jeffree is going to start claiming now. She's
and here we go. She just can't wait to talk about Jeffree Star. She just can't wait to get into it. She thinks she got to dig on this one.
Jeffree's care right now. Even if you want to claim that you are, you're fucking not, because no friend does this.
I was gonna say, like, I don't even know if this applies, but like, you have lost the plot so much.
Oh my God.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, it's not. He really has no moral compass. It's just chasing likes, views, which is why he does the coverage that he does in the...
Okay, so excuse me if I'm a drama channel and I talk about things that garner views and clicks. I know what would a video, been doing it long enough, I know a video that might do well. Been doing it for like what, 8 years, 10 years now. God forbid, I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about boring subjects, which you're also taking a page out of my book because you see what I'm talking about and you're just copying what I'm talking about. But yet you're coming at it in a way where like, well, let me just trash it. You know how many DMs I've gotten from people, from your own subscribers, that are telling me they don't agree with what you said about me, that these are the people who actually watch my live streams and get to know me on a human level, on a personal level, they know things that I'm going through mentally. But you don't see that, nor do you care. You just, oh, no moral compass. Then if that's the case, girl, you need to log off the internet, because a lot of what you see online is for clicks and views and sensationalized titles, which I think Eugenia Cooney knows that she is a sensationalized person, that anything that she does will garner attention. So if she fakes like she falls or she fakes like she faints, is a whole gig, and she knows that I will play into it too, and it's all in fun, but yet it's so low moral compass without even knowing the reality of what's really going on.
That he does it, because it's literally just like, whatever, can I make money here, can I make money there, which is what gets,
Again, talking about money.
drama channels in general a horrendous fucking name, because everybody just thinks that we're all the same, nobody cares about anybody's reputation, and we're all just like, whatever gets us money and views because of the rich luxes in the
Oh no. Honey, Jesse, sweetie, wake up, baby. Because honestly, people on the internet doing things for money and sensationalized titles have been happening way before me. Way before me. I am not the first to walk this platform. There have been people who have to crawl so that I could walk. Perez Hilton, Keemstar, those people, so whatever. Those people are, where are we gonna go there? We're not even gonna go there. But you just wanna vilify me, when if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Just sit there and stare at the camera? You wouldn't even be on TikTok. It's such a hater mentality that you have that it really affects you affect my mental health, and I don't like you.
community. Like, in my
So fuck you.
opinion, I've seen Dustin Daly say shit like this, which he is another drama channel that used to be friends with Rich Lux, and he has denounced him entirely, and he's like, we're not in the same fucking universe, basically. Like, you just don't do shit in any way that is, like, humane. Like, you're just fucking putting shit out so irresponsibly, but this is beyond even that.
I don't even know what this is. Like, it's...
I just explained it to you, but so you saw something that you don't even know what it is, but you don't reach out to Eugenia, you don't reach out to me, you just play the clip. To make me look bad so you can get views and clicks. And before, I would let it slide. But today, it's a new motherfucking day. Fuck you, Jesse.
so fucking weird.
I don't either, and it's just on Eugenia's part, like, the whole flashing thing, that's, like, disturbs me.
It would be bad if, like, that was happening, and, like, here's the thing, right? If Eugenia Cooney fainted after a battle, like, pretending to fake, and she got back up, and she's, like, talking normal, and then I then pick up the phone, and I'm, like, calling the police, like, then it's like you're missing that social cue. But in essence, like, when I'm sitting there and I'm saying 911, she lives on 123 Sesame Street, Eugenia Cooney is still laying down. She's not like, oh, Rich, I'm offended by that. I don't really like that. Get up or end the live or anything like that. Nothing. Like, it was all in fun, but you guys don't see it that way. And this is what's so bad about this podcast, about that portion of it, is the fact that you're trying to make me look bad when that's not what I am. And I keep saying, fuck you, Jesse.
And then you have Rich Lux being a fucking, I don't even know what, but then that's not even where this ends, because
she doesn't even know what to say. She doesn't even know what to say. She doesn't even know what to say. She's literally in the podcast just like, oh, this looks bad, so I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this clip about Rich Lux. We're going to drag it out how horrible of a person is. We're going to sensationalize it. Here we go.
they have this battle, whatever. Honestly, it didn't even get the coverage that I think it should have gotten. Like, I think he should have been absolutely exposed for doing this. Like, obviously the people who were alive.
No, I think you owe me an apology, Jesse, for trying to slander me, for trying to make me look bad in the clip. That, again, you and your co-host, like, I don't even know what's going on. This is so weird. It's so weird. Like, I'm literally telling you what happened, that it's a joke, that we're both in on it. We're playing along, entertaining our audience who watches, which you know nothing about because you're not our demographic, obviously, and you're so offended by it. And so now that I corrected you, will we get an apology? Will we get an apology? Probably not, because she's too stuck up to give one. God forbid she did anything wrong. Because when I mess up, I make my apology videos. When I mess up, I talk about what I did wrong. But yet, when Jessie does something like this, she's just not going to be held to the flame. Nobody cares. Because nobody cares about Jessie. That's just the problem. Nobody cares enough about Jesse like they do about Eugenia Cooney. Nobody cares enough about Jesse like they do about Jeffree Star. Nobody cares about Jesse like they do a Rich Lux. This is what infuriates her. Why them, not me? Because she wants it. She wants to be talked about. She wants to be dragged through the mud so she can claim her mental health and her weight gain and weight loss and whatever. Girl. Nobody cares, girl. Nobody cares. Okay? You're just nothing but an orbital. You're just orbiting around all the drama that I talk about on TikTok. Every video I make is just an orbiter picking up on whatever hot topics that's trending at that moment, girl.
And they get a good amount of viewers, but it really almost happens so often, and like things like this happen so often.
I mean,
people
at
don't
this
care.
point, I think people also just try and avoid watching because it's so
Maybe.
hard to watch anything with her at this point.
Yeah, honestly, I get
Then don't watch it. You don't like Eugenia Cooney, then don't watch her. You don't like me, then don't watch me. But you can't because I bring you views and clicks, and so does she, and so does Jeffree.
that because I kind of avoid content from her too.
Well, and a lot of people think that that's something
Not-
that you should
Not today. She needed that money today, girl.
be doing is actively avoiding her because she does continue to do it for the attention, seemingly.
Now, I want to just juxtapose that with Rich Lux's most recent coverage of Eugenia.
This woman, I can already tell, this woman just does not like me. This woman does not like me, does not care to know me. She's just, it's like those people who come across my video that's trending or something and they're like, why do you have triangles on? Why do you have a crown on? Why do you dress like that? They're just so shook by it. Like I shake her. My existence just shakes her. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad. Oh my God, here we go. Because again, she just can't wait to go even deeper.
Because Eugenia Cooney is at Jeffree Star's house, staying with him, which is interesting for a few reasons. Number one, why?
I've never seen her leave her house.
She doesn't get to
Lie the house. The co-host over here, that one dig she got in. Eugenia Cooney, if you look at Eugenia Cooney, she has left her house. She goes to the arcade. She goes shopping for Halloween stuff. She goes to Spirit Halloween. They go on drives. They went to Disney last month. She gets out the house, girl. She does. Yes, her mom's with her. Her mom's with her with Jeffree Star right now. I think she's in a hotel down the street probably, or one of Jeffree Star's other properties. But she's there. So if you just say she never leaves her house, again, you're painting a picture of misinformation in this podcast again. And the people who don't know, who just watch you, they're just gonna follow along. And I feel so bad for your audience who are just listening to you talk about things that you don't even know about.
even go out to see the fucking moon, like we were saying. So it's very, very interesting that she
How'd
even
she
got
end
to
up in
fly.
Wyoming?
We're not sure, but
How did she get to Wyoming in a plane? If you've been watching her, following her closely, she got on a plane, first class ticket, and flew to Casper, Wyoming, and got off and got in a limo and took her to Jeffree Star's house. Oh wait, may I make a correction, something they don't do. Jeffree Star picked her up in his Rolls Royce and they went to Jeffree Star's house. Here we go.
we have some insight from like Jeffree, of course, going live and spilling beans. But this is Rich Lux's coverage of it.
Does he have the exclusive?
Of course.
Jeffree Star gets.
Oh my God, they're so bitter about it. They are so bitter that I'm getting exclusives and they're not. They are so freaking bitter and it shows on here. And if I wasn't calling it out, no one would care. Oh my God, I hope I do run into these people at a convention or something. I'm gonna walk right over and I'm gonna pop my fan. I'm gonna say, fuck you, Jesse. And the horse you rode in on. You don't even fucking know me. Shut up.
Emotional when he starts talking about Eugenia Cooney.
Then they play my TikTok. They're using my video and playing my TikTok and are upset about it. They're so bitter and upset that they have to watch my exclusive. They're so upset about it. Sorry if you hear that noise. It's the cat feeder. Wow. Here, let's play it. Here we go.
And when he meets her after coming back from a full face of makeup tutorial he did with her, he steps away from the camera, has a moment with the chat. He comes back into the room and sits down and hugs Eugenia Cooney. Let me show you what he had to say. Here we go.
Just met her because I've had some TikTokers at my house recently. But me and Miss Eugenia, we go bad, girl. Okay? This bitch was on my top 8 on my MySpace page. Some of you girls weren't even awake when MySpace was up. Y'all were sucking on fucking y'all were in diapers, okay, with your pacifiers when I was starting my little internet career. So just know that my friend that's in my house means a lot to me. And no one's gonna disrespect her. And she's alone a lot of the time.
Did you see Jesse's face? I had to pause it. You see Jesse's face? She's like, when Jeffree Star says, and no one's gonna disrespect her, she's like she just can't take. Jessie just can't take. She literally can't take.
Because it's hard for her to trust people. So we're changing that. We got her out of the house. She's surrounded by me and all my beautiful friends that I have around me and my team in Wyoming. And that's what's most important, you know? I haven't seen her this happy in a while, and it's just really nice to like laugh off camera.
I haven't seen her this happy in a while either.
Last night, we were giggling, howling, and crying, laughing for like at least a few hours. And then I was like, okay, time for sleep. And it was nice to see her get some really nice rest. When she's sleeping, she looks like a little angel, you guys. It's so cute, so endearing. My sweet girl.
What? This is the weirdest shit I've ever. Of course, drink your Red Bull. Of course.
Shauna, Eugenia loves you.
Oh my, okay. She's critiquing him drinking a Red Bull when she's been sitting on her ass drinking this whole entire time on this podcast. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. There's so many people like Jess that I've met in my life, and I'm just like, oh my God, shut up. You want to sit up here and say that I don't deserve a platform? You don't deserve a platform. You're just a bottom feeder. You literally just sit on your ass, watch TikToks, take people's TikTok and make a video about it, and then complain that they did that when that's what you do. You just can't take, girl. You're such a hater. You are a Rich Lux hater. 100%, girl. 100%. Shut up.
Always being real. It's hard to find people who are just giving and caring on this app. And Eugenia has gifted so much of her own money to creators, to small people.
Oh yeah, I've seen Eugenia Cooney has given like what, over $200,000. I did the math. Over $200,000 of money Eugenia Cooney has given away on TikTok. All right, Jeffree Star, more than that. Me, up there. So she's sitting there just in disbelief, just in total disbelief of everything that he's saying.
Strangers, I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's just really beautiful to watch, so I love it. And yes, she's here for a while, you guys. I'm not telling you when she's going home, but she's here for a while. She didn't just come for a day to like give me a high five and leave. You know?
No, I don't know. I just want to pause really quick for you to just acknowledge for a second the sheer amount of gifts he's being sent. He's not even acknowledging them because
again, money. It's always with money with her. She's sitting there. She's so shocked that people are sending money, and she's upset about it because she's not getting the money. That's what it is. She's not the one getting the money. Again, this woman, Jess, it's all about money with her. And then she'll say, it's not about the money. I'll prove it to you too later on this video. She's a total hypocrite. She's a total freaking hypocrite. It's all about the money. That's what it is. And she'll say it's not about the money. But she's sitting there watching Jeffree having this real intimate moment about how he cares for Jeffree Star. I'm sorry, how he cares for, I'm pretty sure he does care about himself. How he cares about Eugenia Cooney and how she's such a sweet angel and how she gets negative comments. And he's about to cry, which she doesn't did her research, because in Jeffree Star, the next clip that I made a video about, is literally bawling and crying with actual tears coming down his face, because he wants to help Eugenia Cooney. And what does she see? The money. I can't believe people are sending him money. Like that, wow. Instead of listening to what he's saying, you're just watching the money. Here we go. I'm gonna play it.
every second he gets another gift.
I don't get it.
He's just getting thousands of dollars from doing whatever the fuck this is. Like, it's bizarre.
The fucking alien that doesn't do anything. Okay?
She's gonna be real upset when she watches my lives. Let me take a short break. Let me grab a snack and I'll be right on back. Okay, I'm gonna reset back to 1. Fuck Jessie. All right, here we go.
Her own life. I know that's really hard to believe from what the internet has projected and what you've seen. She runs her own life. I don't know what else to say about it, bitch. Okay, she pays her own meals, y'all. She pays her own meals.
It's not just like people speculating though. There is video proof because she has gone live for so many years of her mom being super controlling, of her leaving her bedroom. So what are you even fucking talking about? Like the internet's projecting? You know what projecting means? Like I hate when people use terms that they have no fucking idea. Like
No, Jesse, your use terms, you have no idea what you're talking about because you're projecting your hate towards me, Jeffree Star, Eugenia Cooney in this video. Because you're jealous the house. You're so jealous.
my house wherever the fuck I want. Like, what are you talking about? That's not projection. It's observations.
What is he going off like? She pays her own bills. Yeah, no shit. All she does is sit in her room and make content.
No, is her name Lisa? I probably get her name wrong. But no, because people were speculating that she doesn't pay her own bills, that she has shackles on her legs, and she doesn't leave her house. Like you said, I don't understand how you sit up there and you say that she doesn't leave her house, but yet in this clip, you're like, well, of course she makes her own money. Girl, come on. Jeffree Star was simply stating that Eugenia Cooney makes her own money and is a willing person of sound mind that can make her own decisions. By him saying that, you're so shocked by it. People didn't know that Eugenia Cooney made her own money. They thought it was this filtered through her dad and her mom, which then you know nothing about. Eugenia Cooney lives in a multi-million-dollar house with a very successful father, and her mom, I believe, stays at home and runs errands, and they have a daughter, and I think she might even have a brother. Last time I checked. But anyways, you know nothing of that. It's just, you did no research talking about Eugenia Cooney in this video, just simply going off TikTok clips. Exaggerated, hyper sensationalized clips is what you're basing this whole entire podcast of, but yet you claim you care. And oh, I wish she gets help. No, you don't.
Are you kidding?
I bet she does pay her and her parents' bills. Like, I'm positive about that.
Ding ding. Like, what the
I'm positive about that. No, you're wrong. Again, fuck you, Jesse.
fuck is going on? And what is he talking about watching her sleep?
I haven't seen this whole thing, and I was like, oh, Jesus, what the fuck?
She's not a puppy.
She's his little girl. Like, please never say that again. Thank you.
It's so weird.
So what are y'all trying to say? That Jeffree Star is grooming Eugenia Cooney now? That's her next angle for views and clicks? Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Suck on that. She pays her own fucking bills. She's a normal ass person like me. We just all have our own problems and demons. Can y'all imagine what you're currently going through right now? If it's amplified in front of millions of people, and then those millions of people degrade you every day? I could never.
So then you're acknowledging that she has something going on at the same time as telling everyone that they're projecting.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're not, I'm telling you, Jesse is so stupid. You guys, if you can pick up what Jeffree Star is putting down, is that he is low-key trying to help Eugenia Cooney. Okay? Like, she looks up to Jeffree Star so much that Jeffree Star might be that one factor that she would actually listen to. And as you can see, if you've been watching the videos, my videos, Jesse, which I know you watch because you're so obsessed with me, then you would see that Jeffree Star has been going out to lunch with her, really having one-on-one conversations with her. He is the one that could help her. At the end of the day, circling back to what I said, because I don't want to sound like a condescending, narcissistic hypocrite like you, Jesse, is that only one who can help Eugenia Cooney is Eugenia Cooney. All right? And that's with anyone who struggles with anything. All right? Just like you got up there and say you don't like people talk about your weight and your weight gain and your weight loss. The only one who can help you lose weight, Jesse, is you. Okay? The only one who can help you gain weight, Jesse, is you. Not going to Jeffree Star's ranch. It's not going to help you lose weight. Not going to help you gain weight. The only thing is you are the only person who can make changes in your life. Jeffree Star is just being a supportive friend. He's flying her out. He's in the business of clicks and views. He has a business, a cosmetic company. Again, I'm not defending Jeffree Star. He could defend himself, but somehow I got to say it again so you can understand it. Eugenia Cooney makes money off the internet, and so she understands that sensationalizing things, pretending to fade on camera, drives attention, views, and clicks, and gets people going and talking, which you fall for clearly in this podcast. You can't believe it. These people, and so am I, are in the business of getting views. Nobody I know makes YouTube videos and doesn't want anyone to watch them. It's the same reason why you get on camera, Jesse, and you talk about me and tear me to shreds and affect my mental health and call me all types of names so that you can get views and clicks, so you can have people be like, oh my God, you're so funny, the way you shaded Rich Lugs. Girl, no, it's a new motherfucking day. Fuck you, Jesse. He's trash. Here we go.
But he's also, so basically what he's saying in my eyes there in that clip was like, her mom is not holding her hostage.
I just want to further add, I hate Jesse. Fuck you, Jesse. Here we go.
Yes, she obviously does have a severe ED, but like she's here with me and my friends, which I'm like, Jeffree, with peace and love, I cannot imagine a human being I would want to be around less when I'm going through a horrendous time than you. Like,
okay, well that's you, Jesse. That's you. But there are a lot of people who really look up to Jeffree, like Eugenia Cooney, who has always admired him for years. Like, come on, girl. You're missing the goalpost every time. And it's so embarrassing because if you just watch her podcast, you're not gonna see it. I have to literally walk people through it to show you that Eugenia Cooney is a girl who sits in her bedroom alone a lot of the times. She likes Jeffree Star. She likes watching Rich Lugs. She likes watching Shane Dawson. She likes watching popular characters on the internet, okay? She plays into it. She knows how to get attention and views. And the things that she does, you're just so alarmed about. It's like there's a third wall. You're not seeing the third wall. So then Jeffree Star reaches out to her to fly her out so they can hang out and he can really have a one-on-one conversation. When the camera is off, you don't know what Jeffree Star and Eugenia Cooney are doing, but you're so upset the fact that Eugenia Cooney is there because it's all driving attention and views and clicks and conversation, but yet everyone who is doing that, who talks about it, they need to be off the internet. No one should be talking about they're not helping her, but yet you are making a 1 hour and 11-minute video talking about Eugenia Cooney, adding nothing to the conversation. You're just saying stuff that we already knew. In fact, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're making yourself look even more stupider in this than I already thought you were. Because you just sit there, well, I don't know, I just assume.
There's nobody on this earth. Like, it's just genuinely, like, not comforting to hear that. But anyway, he's saying that, and then he's also, like, not acknowledging that, yes, I understand having a lot of people speculate on things is really tough. You constantly are putting yourself out there. She has made so many hours and hours and hours of content since I can remember. She was on every live streaming platform. Before TikTok, she was live streaming. I think it was on, was it YouNow or was it Twitch? She's constantly been live streaming her life for hours and hours and hours for years now. She has profited.
Oh my God. Eugenia Cooney was doing YouNow first, and then it was Twitch and YouTube, and then TikTok. Okay? Come on, girl. How come you don't know that? How are you making a 1 hour and 11-minute video about Eugenia Cooney? You don't even have your facts straight.
Greatly off of that. So it's like, I understand she is struggling. But, like, people aren't just, like, showing up at her house and just being like, oh, my God, look at you. Like, there's a reason people have so much.
Shut up, Jesse. Okay, check this out. Eugenia Cooney, if you really add up the amount of gifts she's getting on TikTok, and since you want to talk about money so much, Jesse, Eugenia Cooney is a millionaire. Hands down, a millionaire on making her videos. Does that upset you anymore? Does that make you even more upset? Make you even more mad? You can't take that? Here we go.
Access to her life to be able to even pick it apart. Like, it's just like you're acting like people are so unwarranted. People, from what I see, 90% of people are just super concerned.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was going to say, yes, I'm
90% of people are not super concerned with Eugenia Cooney. Have you seen her comments? Those comments are not concerning comments. They're not.
There are people being complete fucking assholes,
For sure,
and insensitive, and I that always is going to be the case. But
just like y'all are to me. Just like y'all are to me.
Trying to be hurtful. It's that they think that there is a serious.
You are hurtful because you hurt my feelings, Jesse. That's why I say fuck you and you too, Lisa or Laura Lee, whatever her name is. I don't know.
Problem going on, and that they don't want to watch her just continue to deteriorate in front of their eyes.
Yeah, and then for him to just be like fucking burp and be like, so suck on that, like, it's just, oh God, Jeffree Star.
And
oh my God, she's so on her moral high horse. Jesse is so like on her moral ground. Oh my God, and he burped on camera. Oh, Jeffree Star. Girl, come, yeah, make sure you throw the name in there for the algorithm, girl.
Not to mention, he kind of acts like, oh, she's safe with me. Literally, I just saw a clip going viral the other day where you don't see him actually inhale anything, but like, it's very, very clear that he's doing like a bump right off camera.
Okay, I actually pulled that clip because
She said, now she's saying that Jeffree Star is doing bumps and cocaine, Coca-Cola on camera. Watch.
I wanted to show it because I was like, oh.
Of course, Jesse wants to show it. Always the extreme. This video is about Eugenia Cooney. Now you're talking about Jeffree Star doing cocaine. Here we go.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, great influence to be around.
He grabs something out of a bag, leans off of camera, sniffs, and then wipes his nose and goes, oh, my allergies, you guys.
So, okay, so just because somebody goes off camera, okay, comes back on the frame, oh, they're doing cocaine. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe they're doing cocaine on camera. Okay, girl, okay, seriously, on TikTok, when you go like this off the camera, you can't vape, you can't drink anything like that. You have to go off camera to do stuff. He came on camera, he went like this. Okay, he didn't have all the setting powder that I have on my nose, but God forbid, when they watch this, they're so upset. They can't just take jokes. They can't just take humor of it all. So anyways, now they're falling for the trap that Jeffree Star was doing Coca-Cola on camera, because God forbid they just can't see jokes and humor in things. And here's what they had to say.
Unless he is wanting people to think he's doing it and not, like, that's the only other explanation besides him doing it.
Yeah, and I don't even know why he would want that.
Yeah.
This is the rest of the clip we were watching, though.
A wellness check on me.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, see, this is the problem with this podcast, is they're not even showing you the response that Jeffree Star made to the Coca-Cola situation. She didn't even show you what Jeffree Star said about it. Instead, she just shows you the dramatic clip, like she did with mine, and yet she doesn't show you the full tea. I'm surprised Jeffree Star didn't even sue them. They're not even giving you from the root to the end. They're just giving you the sensationalized part. So then Jeffree Star got on camera, he made it audio, which they're so upset because, oh my God, Jeffree Star was like, no, I've never done that. I don't even drink alcohol. Made this whole video talking about it, clips that I have on my TikTok and videos, but she chose not to show those. Instead, she just wants to show you the part where it looks like he's doing Coca-Cola, but doesn't talk about what he said after or what he covered it. No. It just offered clicks and views for her. But this is a video about Eugenia Cooney, but now she dove off into being a Jeffree Star hater now. Here we go.
Jeffree, I was like,
Thank you, baby.
we gotta make sure he's okay, you know, like.
Don't shine over here.
Oh yeah, no, of course, don't worry. I haven't gone in, like, in there, definitely.
Mommy might go water her plants.
Have it all, like, all close up so nobody can see anything.
Yeah.
If I, like, wash my hands, like, with the makeup.
Why would I mind? You guys, Eugenia's too sweet.
I was like, oh, but guys, what if, like, for some reason, like, you don't want me
Y'all stop trying to make her insecure. She's known me for too long, okay?
Yes,
I'll go have one of my assistants wash her hands for her. How about that?
Oh my gosh, you're the best.
Okay.
I was even telling them just like how amazing you are and like
Did I crap? Okay.
you're the best. Like seriously.
My foundation.
So, okay, I'll go wash.
Alright, I'll talk to your chat.
Yay!
We'll do a
They
double.
better be nice to
Look,
you.
we'll do a double right
Oh, I love it. You're like double live.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Cute. Alright, baby.
Yes. Okay, so.
I would use the kitchen one because it's a mess.
Okay.
It's a mess in there, girl.
Okay, and I guess you don't mind if I kind of like go in there, like.
Get
All right.
done.
Thanks, Jeffree. I'll be right back.
You guys, is this robe look comfy? The material?
Do you get the vibe that he's like not even paying attention to what she's saying and just
Oh
like,
yeah, I was literally
Just
just about to say, you know what's really healing? Being around someone who's so fucking egotistical that when you're speaking, they're just staring at themselves in a camera and looking at their $100 robe.
like waiting for you to stop talking?
Like literally, he's just like, yeah, okay. Anyway, wow, I love this robe. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. at the lowest point of my life and like when I really need help is Jeffree Star just staring at himself on a live camera. Are you fucking joking? Like, I'm just flabbergasted.
The whole thing is just, it's gross. And I don't.
Like they don't understand that could have been a joke, a parody, inside thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna go live and just talk, and like none of that. They don't even They fail to see that that's a possibility that could be happening. I'm not defending Jeffree Star. He can defend himself in that thing, but I feel like him doing that drove a lot of conversation, and here they are talking about it again, falling for the trap.
Get it.
That's honestly all we know. He has not obviously given any information on like how he's helping.
Oh my God. He has given no information. Have you not been watching the live streams where he says he's taking her out to eat? They had deep conversations off the camera. Like, you want that to be shown? Oh my God. Just like,
she's surrounded by me, and that's the cure to everything. It's like, is it? I don't know. It's very disturbing. I honestly, it's such a hard topic to talk about because it's so easy to be seen like you're speaking about it in poor taste. But I genuinely do believe like the majority of people, and certainly we, are just like genuinely concerned for this person.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No idea how to help her. And even
no, you're
people who have
not.
been close to her in her real life and would regularly hang out with her in real life couldn't help her. So how the fuck is Jeffree Star just gonna like whisk her away to Wisconsin? Or where is he?
Wyoming.
Like, what is
She doesn't even know where he's at.
Whisk her away there, and all of a sudden she's gonna be better because she's in his mansion. Like, it's so sad because it's clear that, again, it's another story of like someone having people around her who are just like constantly failing her. It's just, I don't know.
Well, and it feels like typical Jeffree where it's just like throwing money at it and thinking that makes it better. But shall we read the really fucking weird TMZ article?
Oh my God, yeah,
Okay.
that came out recently too.
So at that point, then they go into the TMZ article, which I made a whole video about on here on my channel. Which go check it out if you haven't already. And they're so upset that TMZ got involved, and now they're so upset that the police officer got involved, and they just start hating on the police and hating on TMZ and hating on Jeffree Star and hating on me again, hating on Eugenia Cooney, and at the end of it, they're just like, well, it's just a bad situation, and we just hope for the best. End video. That's what their video is. So I just want to say, fuck you, Jesse.